What's up? This is AB3. This is the meaning behind the lyrics of my song AB3 So Long off my new mixtape Legend of Tomorrow. I've been waiting for this moment for so long. Had to stop what I was doing and leave these hoes alone. I don't even care how, but man, I gotta make it. I do anything to make sure my folks Roger Davis. Alright, the first two lines came from me actually being super depressed and like recently coming out of that depression. Cause like a whole bunch of good stuff just started happening in my life. It's like everything that I was manifesting started to come to reality, excuse me. But like I said, I had diabetes. Just found it out like one day in class, like type stuff. Found that out. My whole lifestyle had to change. And I got benched on my senior year for basketball. And as soon as I started doing track good, I was actually finding my kind of thing in track, trying to chase the state ring and all this stuff. My track season just got cut short because of coronavirus and all this stuff. So it's like all this bad stuff been happening and I'm like depressed as crap, but I was coming out of that. So it's like, dang, I'm right here. I'm so close to just being happy for one. Okay, I come from a Christian family, real Christian family. 2 generations of preachers up over me, type stuff like that. So when everybody found out that I wanted to do rap music with cursing in it, you kind of already could tell how they went. So it's like, don't nobody really want me to do this. Everybody kind of just saying, I'm not gonna support that type of music coming from you. So I kind of told them like, I'm not gonna do no music that I don't really want to do. That was just that. So with that coming from my family, I also had one of my sisters and some cousins of mine that were just like, man, bump all that. You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm with you every step of the way. And they told me that, and I love them forever for that. So when I get to where I need to be, I'm gonna make sure that they got every single thing that they need. I'm gonna make sure that they Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? Paralyze a nigga if he move wrong. Lay him down and then I post beside his tombstone. Man, I'm new to this, but don't you treat me like no rookie. I'm real close to the edge, so nigga, don't you push me. Yeah. Man, when I say I paralyze a nigga if he move wrong, I'm not saying physically. I'm not no gangster, I'm not hard, I'm not hood, I'm not none of that. What I'm saying is, in my head, if you moving wrong towards me, I can just dead you from my life, just like straight like that. There's never really been no thing to me. I'm a nice person, but as soon as you take advantage of my niceness, I feel like you are, I can just like leave you alone, and I ain't gonna really give a fuck, because if I'm nice to you, why the fuck would you be mean to me? This shit don't make no sense. Shout out to my parents for conceiving me. Shout out to my shawty, she believe in me. And I love you, AB3, you always kept it a stack. When everybody fronted on me, you had my back. Wondering why nothing ain't been the same. I got demons inside of my brain. See, my first 2 lines were kind of weird, but they were like real as fuck to me. So it's like, me and my parents, like I said, we argued a lot about the whole music thing. But I always come back to the thing. My parents didn't do anything else for me. They brought me here into this world. So that's the greatest gift that they could ever give me. Everything else after that is just kind of, it don't really matter. The fact that I'm here is like the biggest thing. And next line with my shawty or whatever, I had a girl or whatever, and every single time I was down, she picked me right the fuck back up. So it's like, I can't thank her enough for that shit. Like, this fucking amazing. Like, just to know like what my mind is concerning all this stuff, because people don't really know. When you an upcoming rapper and you feel like you're good for real, this shit hurts because it feels like nobody cares that you good. It's just like, he can rap or whatever. Oh, I don't like that type of music. But you sitting up, you grind with no real support, especially from the people that you love the most. Shit can fucking hurt. I'm cleaner than some game. I am not Martin, I don't show no pain. Man, juicy next that I love start my inspiration. Now I'm scared death gon' call my name while I'm paper chasing. Man, I have a list of people that I want to talk to before I die or before they die. And first, it was X. I want to talk to him before one of us died. Because X was fucking amazing, but X was real misunderstood. He was a fucking great artist. He died. I want next artist that came up kind of like that I really just adored was Juice WRLD, because of how talented he was, and I just want to have a conversation with him just to understand him more than I felt like I already did. He died. It was a lady from my town. I wanted to talk to her, have just like a real conversation with her. She died. So it's like, damn, all these good people are dying. I hope I'm not next, because I'm trying to do all this good stuff with my life. I feel like I was running out of time, shit like that. Looked in the mirror this morning and about cried from what I seen. A 12-year-old boy who saw some things he shouldn't see. I used basketball and females to run from my fears, and it worked until I got benched on my senior year. I always, if anybody ever asked me, and you probably hear it somewhere a couple times in my mixtape, I feel like my life changed in the 7th grade. Like when I was 12 years old, from shit that I can't even open up about. Like, not no illegal shit, of course, but like, I just can't open up about this shit. So that right there is when my life took a turn downhill. It's always been a struggle to keep it back up. So like, I seen shit that I probably shouldn't have seen at that fucking age. And of course, just like anybody else, I try to find a coping mechanism or defense mechanism. And that's where basketball came in there. I was tall for my age. I mean, now I'm kind of good at it or whatever. And I was not ugly. So females just all kind of came. So that's where I would lose myself. I lose myself in the females and the basketball and stuff like that. But when I got to my senior year, my coach benched me for the whole fucking year pretty much. Like half of the season or some shit like that. Just because I can't fucking tell you. I don't know how he did it. He told me one of these days you're gonna wake up and realize exactly why I did it. Well, coach, if you're watching this, I ain't figured this shit out yet. And if you could just tell me why, then, you tell me why. But, yeah, once I got benched, like, all that shit went out the fucking window, bro. And I just had to find another way to deal with all this shit. And music was a constant thing for me to continue to deal with all this shit. So, yeah, that's why I kind of got good at it, I guess. I promise I done ran my course out with all these hoes. They ain't loyal, they tryna fuck cause my audio. My posse hated there was some things that he couldn't seize. I said don't worry that cause good things come in 3 years. Then, alright, so my dad, probably just like any middle-aged man, has made it vocally known to me that he feels like he could have did a whole lot more in his life. And not in the way that somebody might think, but I agree, because my dad's probably the most talented musician I ever met, I ever heard, any of this stuff. My dad is probably one of the only people from my town that I feel like can out-rap me like lyric for lyric. So, and he just never shows nobody this stuff. Like, my dad got offers to play on tour, play piano for people on tour, like, at a young age, but he just kind of declined and just, stay with the church and whatever. So, he feel like he could have did a whole lot more. My dad probably could have been a freaking billionaire by now. But he sacrificed all that for his children. So I told my dad before, I'm gonna get all this stuff back for you. I made a promise to him that I'm gonna do that. And I take promises real seriously, so I got to now. I wanna love you, don't do me wrong. I put my everything into each and every song. Baby, you held me through my darkest times. I'll proudly tell the world I am yours and you are mine. That whole time, I was not talking about no girl. I said baby, but I was not talking about a girl. I was trying to personify music in the rap game, specifically the rap game, because this whole mixtape was my almost proposal to the rap game, like we married. I had a song on there called Married. It was like, every single thing that I had before now, when I dropped that mixtape, I pretty much just let everything be known that I'm for real with this music stuff. I did the majority of that mixtape by myself. I might have did all of it by myself. Like, no help at all. A field trip to Atlanta, and I took off of work. One night, thinking I was gonna go to Atlanta, and I just never went because some corona stuff, I think. My mama was kind of scared about it. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Can't go to Atlanta. I finna just go do this whole fucking mixtape by my fucking self at the kitchen table. So I stayed up 5, 6 in the morning and just recorded this shit. So I'm like, man, if this is the fucking dedication that I'm gonna give to the rap game, and the rap game held me in its arms for so long, I'm finna give everything I got to the rap game. So it was like my proposal to her. You know what I'm saying?
I real close to the edge, so nigga, don't you push me, yeah. Shout out to my parents for conceiving me. Shout out to my shawty, she believe in me. And I love you, AB3hree, you always kept it a stack. When everybody frontin' on me, you had